The following content are the expressed thoughts, views, ideas, and opinions of the individuals and guests of the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. This podcast may contain adult language and themes not suitable for children under the age of 17. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Please stand by while we wait for the cast of the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
How you guys doing? My name's Jason Lowry, and you're on the Nerds Have Spoken. I'm here with my partners in crime. I got Mr. Eric B., Mr. E. Wells, and I got New York Mike. How you guys doing?
Yo, man, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Wells, what time is it, by the way?
Yo, it's time to nerd up and shut up, y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I feel like I've been waiting 2 weeks for that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Long time. It feels like it's been, it feels that long.
Yeah, the technical difficulties, you know.
Yeah, man.
So how
Stuff happens, but we bouncing back pretty good, man. Let's do it. Sorry, Lowry, I cut you off. What's up?
No. So how you guys' week doing?
So far, so good, man. So we did not record on Mother's Day, which is, pretty much everyone who follows the show knows that we record on Sunday. But out of respect to the women in our lives, we wanted to make sure they had their day special. So we pushed it back a day for recording. Today is now Monday and the start of my week. And it's starting off pretty good. I'll say that. Yeah, no major complaints or anything. What about you, New York Mike? How about you?
My week was pretty standard. It was actually pretty good last week. I had a nice little routine going with the schooling and all that crap that we got going on. So that was pretty good. What we do? We had a meetup on Saturday. That was fun. I combined my constructor, which was cool. So
wait, was that the first time?
No, I had it in bot mode for a while, and the week before I combined my Seacons from TFC, and then that wound up blocking the bots. So I'm like, well, we can't have that, so we got to move him. So we combined him, and he over there sitting in front of Bruticus and Superion.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Good times, and that's about it. You know, I got to say though, Wells, we got to get you on one of these meetups one of these nights, man. I still, I feel like you're still 0 for the century on that. So
yeah,
how was your
I
week,
am.
bro?
It's definitely 0 for the century on that. But the week was pretty good, man. I'm hoping to make this week's meetup. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of busy during the month. Saturdays is my busy day with the family. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to get on that. But I'm definitely going to make this week's meetup.
Nice.
Definitely want to do the damn thing. I got a nice project coming
man.
up. But when we show our things.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, you're gonna show us your thing, are you?
Speaking of projects, dude. So how does it feel to be the first black Amish guy sitting right behind you in the screen?
What?
All right, I didn't even get that. I need clarification.
What?
I feel like it's really funny, but I need to explain.
Is he talking about your beard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
No, I'm just messing with you,
I didn't
bro.
think it was that big, bro.
No, it's definitely getting the flow going on. It looks pretty good, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Working on it, man.
It's going back to TFCon Chicago, man. It's going back to that thickness, bro.
Yeah, man. It looks good, dude. I like it.
Yeah, he's still sporting it up here. I think the way the Amish do it is they come around the side and then they do the front truck.
It's twirl it.
Yeah,
around.
Could you imagine? Your hair looks better than mine. Look at this shit. I mean,
I don't know what you're doing with that, bro. You gotta do something with that real fast.
Mike killing him out here. My hair looks better than yours.
Well, listen. At least Bethany has something to pull on now, right?
Yay!
Oh, yeah. You don't
it
gotta
could
wear
be the hamburger meat too, but
you don't gotta wear that wig with the blonde pigtails anymore.
That's right. We got rid of it, dude.
He got rid of it.
We let Russ borrow it for Anna, for the International Women's Day.
Oh, snap.
Shout out to Russ. Do you wear the Viking helmet and she just holds on to the horns? And
let's see how the horns go.
The horn? Oh my God! Russ, please let us know how that goes.
Go ahead, Mike. What were you saying for our visual listeners?
For our audio listeners, that what the whole Viking helmet thing. It was Lowry in a very compromising position, pumping from behind was what I was going for. So there you all go. Just painting the picture for you.
Painting the picture. Thank you. You definitely got it down.
I have a feeling a meme is going to come this week.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Oh, it's coming.
Well, speaking of painting pictures, man, how's you guys pickups for the week? Let's start with you, Wales. What you got, man? I know you're excited over there. Let's get it out. Let's get it out,
man. Let's get it out, man.
Don't take it all out. Just relax.
But you said take it out. Don't get me excited, and then I gotta put it back in. What kind of shit is that?
all you hear underneath Wells's desk is.
Facts. But first, let me give one of my good pickups I got this week is shout out to EE Prime.
Yeah, man.
He did a dio for me. I asked him specifically because I have purchased, and I think I saw this on the show a few weeks ago. I bought a Doom figure.
Yep.
The McFarlane. Yeah. And so I asked him to build me a dio because if anyone knows the Doom game, or so a lot of you have played it. Some of you are probably playing the new one right now, Doom Eternal. Is that the name of the game, Mike? You know, Mike?
I think it is.
I don't know.
It is.
Yeah,
Doom Eternal, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, so he built the dio for me. This is the floor here. We can see here.
Man.
Most people know that if you play Doom, you know that this is the floor in the game. Like he legit, drew all the diamonds and he painted everything like exactly how it looks in the game, which is really dope.
That's cool, dude.
And what he did on here as well, I think he did this on the meetup as well. I don't know if I can get that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, but right. So like this is like everyone knows the game. You have your ammo, the health percentage you have left, and and your armor. And so he put that all there, and he also put my picture over there in the front.
Right in the
there
middle.
You go.
So that was dope. And he also got the walls together, and this is pretty dope because it's exactly like what some of the walls look like in the video game. It's like, you got all the monsters' blood and stuff running down on the walls. So he did a really fabulous job with that. And, you have the magnets on here, so everything sticks together. And what I also told him to do, which he actually did, was he cut everything specifically to fit into the detail. So when I put this in the detail, it fits nicely. There's no spaces. Everything's great. So
and shout out to him, man, because he does not have like equipment like some of our other friends. Like he hand did everything there, and that's not easy. So
it's not.
Shout out to him, dude.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time, and I know he did that on the meetups, and shout out to him for real.
Yeah, shout out to EE for getting it in there to where it fits. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to New York Mike. He sent me my Red Hulk.
Nice. Ooh. Look at that. Show love right there, baby.
Absolutely. So New York Mike, thank you for mailing that out to me, bro. Appreciate it.
Always, man. Always. Looking out.
Absolutely. And I got two more things and I'm done. Also, shout out to EE Prime again.
What?
Because I picked up Commissioner from him because he said he didn't want it. And he only opened it just to make sure it was in the box, and he sold it to me for a really good price.
Nice.
So does that Gordon come with? Did that Gordon come with knee pads or no?
Damn! Hey, that's fired.
I mean, he told me I didn't have to get on my knees. I was like, all right, cool. I guess we good.
Oh wait, I don't understand. Was he standing on a box? Like I don't.
Short jokes.
Yo,
hey, you got that dude's number. You hit him up directly.
Yeah, right. All right, let's not get crazy, guys.
No hate mail on the show. We do not need to see that.
We get that a lot, though. We get that a lot.
Thanks, Lowry. Got him.
And this is one of my biggest pickups for the week was the Dodge Charger from Dom Fast and Furious Lego set. Technic. I'm really looking forward to building this on this Saturday's meetup. Your boy will be there, so stop in and say what's up.
Nice,
man. So I can't wait to get this one started. I'm looking forward to it, and I blame this on New York Mike. I hate you. My wallet hates you.
Hey man, once you're in, dude,
his jaw hates you.
Just know it's for the greater good. It hurts a little at first, but I'm telling you, it only hurts for a second, and then it's all good.
I mean, I done forgot about it, so it is what it is. So, Eric B, what's going on with you this week, man?
Yo, so this week, in just a little bit, since we lost a little bit of that footage from last week, I'll go through a couple things from last week as well. So I got the DC Essentials Red Hood, which I really do like. It's cool. I got to get some of that joint stifter that Lowry was talking about, because the feet are a little loose. But overall, it's a well done figure. The head sculpt is great. The accessories are cool. My man's. And then I bought a 12 scale model of a Ducati bike to go with Red Hood, and I gotta hit up Pinkerton to see what he can do with this, because I need some Red Hood logos attached to that. I got also last week I ended up getting my not Mezco, but Mayfax Cyclops, which is a really, really good figure. It's really fun. I know a lot of people were complaining about the stiffness in the neck. I also have the stiffness in the neck, but other than that,
how often do you get that?
It is a really good figure. I set myself up for that one. It is a really good
show, bro. Gotta be careful.
Eric, I've heard, if you've got really good knee pads, it helps the neck. That's what I've heard.
Is that what you heard, or are you speaking from experience?
Yeah, I do a lot of research, man. I do a lot of research.
We got you a neck brace for you for Christmas, bro. Early gift is
since we split it up, break up the monotony a little bit. Since we do talk shoes and culture on the show from time to time, I did pick up some heat.
Woo-wee. Some nice heat right there, boy.
And NMDs, that's what they are. Piston colors, because I'm from Detroit, so we gotta rock the Piston colors here. It's gonna go with a couple of Piston fits. Not to mention, I got that My Rock shirt that we had at the at TFCon last year.
You're rocking a Bulls jersey right now too, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, I am. I like Michael Jordan, man. I can't get rid of my love for Michael Jordan. I do like him, but I'm in the house right now, so I just figured I'd be comfortable.
No doubt.
Yeah, he doesn't want to wear that shirt outside.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I mean, oddly enough, man, like he gets a lot of love here in Detroit. Oddly enough, I mean, a lot of the old heads are like, no, I still don't like Michael Jordan, but they respect this game. So whatever.
Yeah.
And then I, this week I ended up getting some more Tamashi stands. These are the Act 5, I believe, Act 4, maybe Act 5, whatever. But I ended up getting some more Tamashi stands. Amazon has them on sale, guys. So if you need more Tamashi stands, gonna get them. Shout out to the guys on the show. I also got a belated birthday gift from Lowry and the guys on the show. I've been looking for this set, which is the Noda add-on set for the Mark 50 Iron Man SH Figureworks armor. So I got that in today. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate it at all.
No problem, dude.
I knew my birthday was really close to starting the show, so I told the guys, like, don't even include me in it. Let's get everybody else done and then come back to me. But these guys are awesome, so they hooked me up. And I won't bring the whole thing out, but I got a Nintendo 64 in the mail. Shout out to Lowry and the guys at Toshi Station. I paid for 2 games, and they ended up giving me 4 with a bunch of cool accessories as well. Like, they hooked me up, and it was pretty cool, man. So
is that a Rumble pack?
Yeah, they gave him the Rumble pack, the memory card or something too.
That's awesome. That's the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Well, that's the memory card. I got to get the expansion pack still. That 4 megabyte pack. I can't find it anywhere. I'm gonna see if I can find it on eBay or Amazon. But I got to have that. Like, that thing it enhanced the graphics substantially. So
I might have one.
Do you?
Maybe I'll let you know.
Yeah, man. Don't get me excited like that, Mike.
Depends on how thick the knee pads are.
I love doing that.
I have 3 Nintendo 64s. I got to check the other 2 and see if they got a chip in them.
Nice. Let me know, man. Mike, you're such a tease. Always teasing.
Oh man, no matter how much you try, I just don't go that way. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you gonna tell everybody you don't want my meat now? You don't like my meat?
Hey man,
he didn't say that. He didn't say that last week when Meat Sweats was on.
I know. You know what I'm saying? Well, Mike, now that we got you red as a pimple, man. What about you? What'd you get?
No, that's the Lego. That's the Lego emblem in the back. I'm good. I'm all right. What did I get? I got some stuff and some things. Since we're doing 2 weeks worth of stuff, I got some stuff. This is some stuff right here. We got this guy.
Yeah, man.
Vance Astro. This is another product of got to have every comic character because I have a collecting problem and I probably should be seeing somebody like twice a week for a half hour on a couch. But besides that, this is my new plastic for the week. I got this. I got this. Oh, wait. Courtesy of Mr. Lowry coming straight at me. I got me a Groot.
Yeah.
That's what I got to get.
That's the good one.
That's what I got to get. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's got that TRU label on it.
I believe if you want one, I think they're up for pre-order on BBTS.
Yeah, I saw them on there.
I was cruising around some local establishments and I found this guy, Gamerverse, Captain America.
AKA
I saw a couple of these.
Captain America. That armor's thick.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Nice, dude.
I'm hoping that that means that these are going to start popping up, but this is the only one I found. I found this guy in 2 different Walmarts, so we'll see. Nice. Might just be a tease for now. Shout out to Skinny Vinny, Skinny Toys. I got a Red Hulk right here.
Yeah, nice, dude.
Right here.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Skinny Vinny.
Hell yeah! And then I decided to buy myself a birthday present, and because I took advantage of this special going on the May the 4th with Lego, they sent me a whole bunch of extras, and I've got this. I got this troll set here. This is an exclusive set. Sometimes these things are worth some money at the end of the day. I mean, I don't know if this thing's going to be worth anything, but I got a whole bunch.
Nice, dude.
I got a Mother's Day card. Sometimes these are a little bit more collectible because it's like a holiday type of thing. So,
okay,
it's a cool thing. This guy right over, this is a micro scale Death Star trench run.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. Yeah,
nice.
Now, very, very small elements, highly detailed. This is something like kind of modeled after their architecture sets. Very high piece count, but meticulous. It's like building a Lego Gundam. For the best way I can describe it. And the reason why I got all that stuff for free, we're going to be checking this sucker out on the meetup this Saturday.
Hey, look at that.
God damn.
We got the UCS Lego A-Wing Star Wars.
That's a beaut, boy. Whip that out, man. Whip that out.
I'm pretty excited about this one. I've been bitching and moaning for probably about a decade as to why we haven't gotten this thing yet, and this one looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, doesn't look bad.
Fun.
How many pieces are in that set?
It's not bad for the money. It's 1,600, almost 1,700 for $200. So nowadays, based on the piece count that you're getting for licensed products, that's not terrible. I mean, you're getting at the same price point, for a creator set, say something that's unlicensed, you're getting almost 3,000 pieces with, like, say, the bookstore or something like that. That's under $200. So, you're still paying for that licensing, but when you come out with something like this for $200, I can't pass it up. When you try to shove a $600 Star Destroyer down my throat with 4,000 pieces, you can shove it up your ass. But that's a side point. Anywho, so that's about my spiel. Hey, Lowry, how the hell was your day? Did you get anything this week, or you got anything fun?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So I went to Toshi Station. I picked these guys up. Remember the Hasbro?
The Ghostbusters. You gotta.
Yeah. So I picked. I got 3 of them. I got another one coming.
Nice.
So far, and dude, they're actually kind of different because a lot of people don't realize this. Remember, like the old pegs where it was split in the back? It's not like that anymore. Remember, and so now it's a lot peg. It doesn't move, it doesn't twist, and everything else. It's in there a lot tighter. We all like it tight.
Amen.
All right, so I ended up getting this bad boy. It's kind of hard to see backwards. I don't know how the hell you say his name. Anyways, so I got.
Let's try to pronounce it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, Mechatronic engineer.
Yep.
No. Next to it.
Me chat Ronic Erasure.
There's got to be something silent there. There has to be.
Yeah. So I got him in the mail.
Nice.
which is a pretty nice figure. I've been messing around with that. And then I got, one of his counterparts here. Pull this out.
Oh, nice.
Hey, that's nice. That looks
Oh,
good.
Fur. That's so much
So
easier.
it's kind of funny.
Fur.
His name is actually in Acid Rain. Fur. We got a little bit of fur.
I like that name. I don't know why, but I do.
That's funny.
And
That's
something else. So the guys at Tashi Station, so they sell a lot of retro stuff and everything. And so they gave me a hookup on an original Slimer. I guess he's I don't know, part chow or something because he's got something on his tongue. But
yeah, that's
dude. This is an original. This is one of the original ones from the 80s.
Nice.
He had it in that good a shape, and in fact,
yeah, that looks brand new.
Yeah, it does. And this was actually one of his originals, and he actually is selling me an Ecto 1 that he sold for me up there. I'm going to pick up this week.
Nice.
Was that similar, Jay? Was that similar to like another? Like it looks so. It reminds me so much of something from my childhood. Like it was a Slimer just like that, but there was like a hole in the back, and there was just like blue pump shoved in his ass, and you just like pumped goo in it, and it was like slime, and he would like slime out of his mouth.
Oh, so Mike had a flashlight as a kid too. Okay.
Oh my god, it was a good one. Oh shit. Yeah,
that was good. That was good.
I'll take your word for it.
I didn't realize I was opening. That was pretty. That's pretty good.
So, I got to here. I'll take it out of the package so you can see it. So I got a Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Oh my god, this thing is so tiny. And of course, his fucking arm falls off. He's got these little ball joints for his arms so you can move his arms. But Jesus, look how tiny this thing is.
Oh my gosh. That is not what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is tiny, boy.
First time that, never mind, I won't say it. But no, it's pretty. It comes with a lot of accessories too. So it came with the one-eyed frog also, and it comes with the bowl. And remember that knob that he kept playing with on the Mandalorian ship?
Yeah.
So that it comes with that too.
Nice.
And the only thing I kind of wish they would have done with this thing is like maybe like there was something magnetic with the hand or something where it can hold the bowl because it can't hold the bowl.
Yeah, that's.
But beyond that,
yeah, he needs to be able to hold his own knob too.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be able to hold your own knob, right?
Definitely.
And then to continue on with this, so shout out to New York Mike. So I ended up getting a shredder.
Nice.
The one that I got in my pack, it was all jacked up.
Well, was it?
Oh yeah, dude. It looked like someone put it in the box and it was still too hot and the waste was all like melted.
Oh wow.
What?
That's this one's not even like this. This one doesn't even look like the other one I have. Like the midsection was all melted and everything else. Like this part right here was all melted and everything. So yeah, so shout out to Mike for getting me that.
Yeah, man. Look at Mike spreading the love. Look at Santa Mike.
It's Mike Day.
I guess it's better than STD or something spreading. So you guys know the Cyclops from Mayfex, right? That has the alternate head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So these are these like Terminator style. I guess are they red or are they gray?
Red.
I thought that was Jubilee for a minute.
Yeah.
Like her head.
So I ended up literally I got this in the mail right before you guys showed up. So I ended up getting these in the mail. Obviously, that's what he looks like without the glasses, right? Yeah. So I ended up getting these in the mail, and they were actually for another 12 scale figure. But check this out now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot better.
That look better.
And it's translucent. It looks so good.
Yeah, that's so much better.
Yeah, and then last thing, I promise, I had a pretty good haul this week.
It's all good, man.
Shout out to EE for a nice little trade that we did, but bam!
Oh yeah.
What?
That's the good one right now.
I want to know what you traded.
Surprisingly enough, I had some Marvel Legends laying around that I was actually just going to take up to Tashi Station and just get rid of, and it just so happened he needed them, so we ended up doing a quick trade.
Nice.
So well, that's the cover story, but that's actually how he knew that you needed knee pads to get that.
I know,
Ooh,
right?
Go ahead.
You ain't got to lie, brother. You ain't got
Prime
to lie.
did good this week, man. Prime knocked him down. Good for him. Shout out to Prime.
Man.
Yeah.
Yo, I had one more thing. I forgot. I did get my SH figure art license in.
Nice.
Oh,
that's
there you go.
Nice.
It's a really good figure. I dig it. I thought it was a little light at first, like little light in the chest. And when you compare it to the other figures, like the Ryu, the Ken, the Akuma, but it's a really good figure. And the folding arm effect is pretty dope. I dig that. They went all out on these figures, man. I can't wait to finish the line though.
You know, Figuarts is doing their thing, man. I can't hate on them at all.
Yeah, man.
Nice, dude. Yep. And what about you, Wells? I know you said something.
Yeah, I had just one more thing. It's a minor thing, but I know EE's going to yell at me if I didn't mention it. So it was also part of the Doom set that he put together for me. He made a what do you call these? The tin thing,
the barrels,
the little barrels or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's neon
oil
green, right? The oil drum, sorry. And you know, he put the neon green on the top, and in the game, you have the neon green and stuff like slime, ooze coming for whatever. And you also build a light, so when I put it together, put the light on, you'll have a nice little neon green thing going on there. So so it was well done, EE. Did your thing.
Shout out to EE for he's killing it with some of those. He's going to be working on something for me and I think Mike soon too.
Oh yeah, he's got some commissions coming in, man. So shout out to him. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, we have a very ambitious project in mind right now.
We'll see. Three of us have been brainstorming.
Yeah, we'll see what actually comes to fruition. But earlier when we started this thing back in February, we did mention that I was going to be redoing my basement. That is still on the table. But I will say, as a result of getting involved with this and communicating much more with the realm, that original vision has changed 3 or 4 times. So it's really gonna, when everything's said and done, it's gonna shape up to a really well-rounded collection display, I think.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Mike, you wanted to finish, so you started something 2 weeks ago now at this point. You brought up the 80s theme song, and we were talking about putting off to the next episode, the 90s, but unfortunately we lost a little bit of that footage. So I think it's good that we go ahead and kick that back up, man. What you got?
Well, it's funny because I feel like we did finish this last week, and we just, we couldn't get it out to you guys. So I guess I'll finish it again. Sometimes I finish twice. It's just my style. It's what I do. So anyway, if you guys remember,
obligations.
Word. It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Hump day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mike. Anyway. So we kicked off this 80s theme, 80s cartoon thing. We kicked out our top 5s. We threw a little curveball at us last week because, when you look at 90s and we're all nerds, you have to understand that, 2 or 3 of those theme songs from those 90 cartoons are all going to be on our top 5 because it's half of that shit is literally why we're here right now. So
let's call it for what it is.
You
decided to hold us down. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, I did. But this was the perfect cover. See, now you're just fucking up the thing. So anyway, I pulled Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s. I pulled X-Men, the animated series from the 90s, and I pulled the Batman animated series because God knows it. Those are 3 iconic songs, regardless of the decade. Yeah, so that said, it's okay for the choices to overlap. These are our favorite songs. This is what we really like. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cartoon. It could be a children's show too, as long as it was in that era, Saturday morning style type of deal. So I don't know. Let's Bird, just go.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Mike for the caveat. I think it helped us think outside the box, man, which is always great, especially since we're collectors. We've been doing this for quite some time, man. So we shouldn't have to always pick off the surface. So good stuff on that, man. So now with my group of shows, I did Darkwing Duck.
Nice.
Darkwing Duck was a big one for me as a kid. I really enjoyed that show. It's crazy how much like some of these shows started as spinoffs of other shows, right? Like this was a part of DuckTales. That was their superhero that they used to watch. So then I had Gargoyles, like that orchestra that was playing with that theme music was dope.
That was a badass cartoon too.
Heck yeah,
I'm
it
still
was.
watching
And
it again on Disney Plus.
Yeah, man. I got the wife watching it with me, man, and it's pretty dark, but not too dark. You know what I mean? Like you could appreciate it as it, and you can still have adults watch it with you. It was pretty good. I thought it was pretty cool. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice was one of mine. I love that show. That that one was cool. And then Pinky and the Brain was a good one too. Like that was very
And the
very
brain.
Yep, very, very and my last one, but not least, was Mighty Max. Mighty Max got me amped. That one was pretty cool.
Mighty Max was a good one. That's a commonly overlooked one too. Not a lot of people remember that one.
I definitely don't remember that one, but that was a good one. Yeah.
Wasn't there a toy line that went along with that too, Burgess? Wasn't there like it was like a micro pocket type of thing? Like
there were smaller figures and everything. And it might have been made by the same company as Micro Machines. I don't remember, but it was in that same pocket, like the miniature action figure type deal. It was pretty cool.
Sounds like it might have been a porno too or something.
That was Matchbox.
That was Matchbox.
Yeah, I think it was Matchbox.
Yeah. Actually, I'll go ahead and look it up while somebody else gets ready to go. We can see who made those, and I'll come back to that.
I'm pretty sure it was Matchbox.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's a good
list. I would love list too, man.
If anybody has that set, man, I would love to get a Micro Machine set. Like that's one of the things that I missed. That I would love to just get the whole, like every one that's ever been made.
Dude, they're starting to put them out again. I saw them up at Target the other day. They're starting to put Micro Machines back out.
Yeah, those things were expensive, bro. Like 4 or 5 of them things at a time was like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're doing the same thing now. Like, take for instance, the other day I saw that they did a bunch of different vehicles and stuff, and like also one of the ones they had the Fast and the Furious vehicles as those also.
Oh,
so you might want to check out Target. I remember seeing them there.
Yeah, let me hit up Target. Target's always got some stuff coming in.
So to chime in real quick, the Mighty Max, like they used to have miniature play sets that used to be like a pocket, like a compass almost, and that's what they were. And they were made by a UK company called Bluebird Toys. And they were distributed by Irwin Toys Limited and then Mattel.
Oh, Mattel,
yeah. Mattel's. I don't know. Well, we could talk about Mattel.
Yeah.
But why don't we talk about some 90s cartoons, Wells? What do you got? Give me the top 5, Wells. Give me the top 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go number 1, SpongeBob, boy. That theme song always. Whenever that song came on, bro, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yo, you'll hear kids like running, like singing that song.
That's like when an ice cream truck comes to the block. Kids going, ice cream, ice cream.
Yo, I was 25 and I was yelling that song, man. I love that show. That show was awesome.
I mean, shit. This week, Mike was running down the street saying, Fort Max, or whatever the hell the figure was.
in my SpongeBob costume.
I would love to see a picture of that, bro. Love to see a picture of that.
You know it's going to be a meme now.
Yeah, Lowry will rip that right up. We'll have that.
Definitely a meme. I think my second show would probably be Tailspin. That was another one of my favorites too. I love that theme song was dope too. Do 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 Tailspin, like that was my joint too.
Good one.
That might be my favorite from the Disney Afternoon, by the way.
That
might be my favorite one.
The Disney Afternoon.
There you go, bro.
We're going back right now. That's my joint.
Syndicated TV, man.
Yeah,
remember you had to race home to try to watch that?
Yeah, for real. I did. I used to run home every day,
bro. Like 3 or 4 o'clock or something like that. Like
man.
It like after school, like we get off the bus, I'd be tripping fools to like try to get home, like, stick the leg out, tripping him, and just walk all over him just to try to get out the bus first to go home to go do that.
It's funny you say that because at that age, like you're not supposed to be watching cartoons. You're supposed to be like like going after girls and stuff.
Doing your homework.
So when you're getting off the bus, I used to get off the bus like 2:45. Shit started at 3 o'clock. So like I wasn't social. I was just trying to get away. Like, where you going? I'm like, no, I'll be all right. I go to the bathroom. You don't want to tell them you're running home to watch cartoons for 2 hours because you can't let the secrets get out.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. Good point.
Very good point.
So Tailspin, that's a great one, man. What else you got?
Yeah, I got Rocko's Modern Life.
I remember that one.
That's back, actually.
That was an adult. Yeah, that was a good one too. That was a good one too. And Tiny Toon Adventures. That was a good one too.
With Elmira.
Tiny Toons is great.
That was great. Tiny Toons was awesome. And Goof Troop, man. Goof Troop was another one too.
Yeah.
Best of friends forever.
Oh my
That was
god!
a joint. So
I forgot about that one until you started singing it.
yeah,
That's a good one. That's a really, really good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, I think
Hey,
that
you
was
got
that
some
5
over there. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that was
5.
five.
Yeah, those are my 5 favorites, man. So
Got some
passing
heavy.
it on. Yeah, man.
That's some good ones, dude.
Absolutely. So
What do you say?
Lowry, what you got, man?
Ooh. Well, let's see here. Man, so far we've done pretty good, like, not kind of stepping on one another about all this too. Captain Planet and the Planeteers, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's one of my 5.
Down
to 0.
Fire. Water.
Wind, water.
Yo, who else thought that was kind of whack though? Like everybody else got this crazy power, and here he comes with heart.
Yeah, right?
But like, man, get out of here.
You're like, bullshit.
He was kind of a whack character all the way
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
You watch that shit, you're older, like you go watch an episode of Captain Planet right now and then reevaluate.
For real.
Remember,
We
what's
need
his
that
name? They did a spoof a few years ago about
Don Cheadle,
yeah. Oh, dude, that was so bad.
Captain.
Yeah, dude, but you got to watch that. If anybody hasn't seen that, go check that out. Like it has, what's his name from who played, was it Pedro or something from Napoleon Dynamite? He was the kid.
Yeah. He was him.
Yep.
That was really good.
Dude, you remember that 2-parter episode that they did where they like stole the rings and duplicated them, and they were like an evil version of the ring, and they came together and they formed Captain Pollution.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
It was smog. One of the powers was smog. One of the powers was deforestation.
That joke is hilarious.
Yeah. Let's see here. South Park.
Okay.
Primus, man.
Yeah. I always get hyped up when I used to listen to that.
Yeah, man. Les does a wonderful thing with that guitar. He really does.
The Simpsons.
Okay.
Good one.
I had that one. We used to get like crazy. I mean, dude, it was trying to get home, trying to watch that too. Like just like how you see them like run in the beginning, where you see them like run all the families trying to get together, run to the TV.
Yeah.
That's how like it was for us trying to watch it.
You know what's crazy?
That's funny.
That show started off prime time, and I remember I had to have been like 8 or 9. My mom was like, "No, you're not watching that show." And then eventually it got kicked to like a earlier timeline when it became into syndication. It was like 5 o'clock. It was perfect. She didn't go to work till 6, so I got the chance to watch The Simpsons.
Nice.
Nice.
Centurions.
Yeah.
Power extreme.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Nice.
a toss up for me between Centurions and Batman Beyond. I don't know. I'm thinking probably Batman Beyond.
Was Centurions 90s?
Was it?
I'm looking it up now. I thought it might
I
have
mean,
been.
I'm not trying to stomp on you, but I think I'm trying to
No.
stomp on
I
you.
thought
I
it
think
was.
it's 80s.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was.
I
80s.
think I'm trying to stop on you.
Either way,
not trying
I
to
mean, I
stop
have
with you, but I
Batman
think I am.
Beyond, so shit.
Okay, yeah, the Centurions came out in 86.
Okay, my bad. Then it was. I was thinking it was tail end of that.
I thought so too, but
Um,
Come on,
Then
give me one.
Batman
Go.
Beyond.
All right, so you got to do one
That's not
more.
bad.
Dude,
Alright,
that shit used to get me hyped up like listening to it.
That's a good one.
yeah, Batman Beyond was hype, dude. Like that guitar riff that they had in there. I mean, it was pretty cool, man.
It's like
I
the
enjoyed it.
Spider-Man one with that riff, like dude.
Yep,
Like those
very
90s
Thinking on your
riffs in
feet
those
too,
cartoons.
Lowry. I like that. Thinking on your feet. You were like a fucking cat. Boom, right there. I like it.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh.
So what about you, New York Mike?
Me, I got a couple. I just want to give a couple of quick honorable mentions. They're not technically honorable mentions because I want to say that Wolf mentioned these last week in the episode that never happened.
We should call this
Episode that never was.
Episode that never happened.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we'll call this one the Ghosts of Episode 12 or something like that. But
You know what was weird? That was episode 13.
Wow, was it?
Yeah, it was. That's what was
Yeah,
weird.
Great.
spooky. Anyway, so he did Futurama. He did Futurama last week. I thought that was
That's
pretty
a good one.
one.
Mm.
Animaniacs is another really good
That's
one
a
that
good
he.
one.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones too.
They are the Animaniacs.
See, that shit, to me, like, it was crazy, but it was, like, too spastic sometimes. I mean,
It was perfectly spastic. What you mean?
dude, I used to turn around and get high back then, so it's like, trying to listen to that. And it's like,
Nice.
Well,
That made it even better.
Yeah, I mean, that was always an enhancement for me personally, but hey, it's to each their own. The thing I liked about that is actually what you don't like about that. I like that it was actually a different theme every time it came on because they changed that last line. So it was always, oh, which one was this one? It's always kind of a joke. So
that was the cool one, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool how they incorporated it. So if I had to throw together a top 5, some of them have been mentioned already, but that Gargoyles theme is top notch. That's my number 5. A lot of people don't realize like that show and how great that show was for its time. Like they had an A-list cast on that show that a lot of people don't even realize. It was basically the cast from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Xanatos was William Riker, Jonathan Frakes, I think his name is. Demona was Marina Sideris, Counselor Troy. Michael Dorn was Coldstone. Worf. Picard, Patrick Stewart was Macbeth. And I forget someone was the Archmage. I can't remember who the hell played the Archmage, but that was another one too. But there was so many great actors, and it was one of those first syndicated shows to really follow a story.
Yep.
So it was kind of ahead of its time in that way. Number 4 for me.
I'm sorry, Mike. Just to piggyback off of that, you can also see Riker in Xanatos facial wise.
Oh yeah,
they look just alike almost. He just had a ponytail. It was crazy, and they did that with a couple different characters too. I thought it was dope. Sorry, I just needed to piggyback off of that.
You're absolutely right. It wouldn't surprise me if that character was based off of his face because it's that close.
Yep.
Number 4 for me, kind of an uncommon one. There was a Mega Man animated series that was out in the 90s, and it had such a catchy tune. It got you going. It was like you're just bopping along to it, before you know it, you're watching the show. And honestly, the theme was probably better than the show, but that's how they catch you, right?
I do remember that show though. Didn't they have it was the little girl, they had the dog, and there was a doctor, right? So it was Mega Man. The doctor would show up, and I remember that a little bit, but I only remember just a few.
You remember
the music from that video game was just good too. Like just from the game itself, the music from there was just
that's
good.
a whole nother topic.
Do you guys remember Biker Mice from Mars?
Yeah.
That was a pretty decent one.
Right.
That was that was 90s, right? Like mid 90s, early mid 90s, something like that.
It might have been mid 90s, yeah.
I think it was like
you're opening
93 to 93 to 95 or 96 or something like that. So.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely early 90s. I want to say that started on Saturday morning, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A lot of these cartoons
it was almost in the same vein of Ninja Turtles. It was almost like they were trying to recreate what Ninja Turtles had already done and put down as a blueprint. I mean, it reminded me a lot of Ninja Turtles when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good though. It was very good. So just real quick, what you were saying, Wells, about the video game music, the Mega Man music. I think that's a can of worms that we need to open. We need to talk about some video game music, and especially the Mega Man series.
Let's do that one next week.
Great music, man. Like Zelda, like all them games had really good music. If you ever stop to really listen to it, it's phenomenal. Really got you in the mood and set the tone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about? Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What about what is it? 90s. I mean, since we're on the topic of 90s, what about like 90s TV shows? What are some of your favorites that you used to watch?
Yeah,
like as in sitcoms or
just anything.
Well,
I mean, I'm pretty much all of us watched Baywatch, so let's get that out of the way for a little bit.
Yeah,
every man watched Baywatch.
That was for the same reason everyone watched Blown Away and saw Nicole Eggert. Of course, she had the boob job. So I mean, you all know what I'm talking about. Shut up. Every single one of you knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Let's,
Mike, I still got the calluses to prove it.
I think that's a good topic, Lowry. Let's let Mike finish his 5, and we can probably go right into that.
Let me do the rest of mine, and then we'll pick a quick top 3.
Cool.
What do you call it? Off the cuff. This is going to be interesting.
Off the cuff.
All right. So number 3 is for me is Digimon.
Wow!
Oh, that was.
Yep. That was a really catchy tune. That was an infectious one that just kind of ate away at your brain and stayed in your mind, and you're just humming it all day in school, and then you get home and it's on. That was another episodic show that was syndicated, and it was episode by episode. So that was a good one. Number 2, one of the best guitar riffs still to this day. I mean, Power Rangers, man, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That song is sick. Yeah. There's a cover that I think Megadeth did of that song, and it's phenomenal. It's on the internet. I think it's on YouTube. I might be wrong. Maybe it's not Megadeth, but I could have sworn it said Megadeth in the description. But it's a great cover.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 1 of all time, by far, not even close, is King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
That was a cool
guitar
one.
riff, man.
That was a cool one. Hell yeah, dude.
They just go for it in that song. I love that song so much.
And the show was great. The show was really, really good show. It wasn't one of those things that like you love the theme song, but the show was just okay. Like they were par on par. They were a great theme song, great show.
Yeah. And if I had to compare that show to another show, I see a lot of parallels between that and Pirates of Darkwater.
Oh, wow.
Same style of thing. There's an overarching quest that you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to, capture the keys, I think, in King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, and then you're looking for the 13 Treasures of Rule in Pirates of Darkwater. It's its own world. It's pretty cool.
And I think Pirates of Darkwater, if I'm not mistaken, are on Tubi TV right now. So for all of our listeners out there and our watchers, you want to see that show, want to know what he's talking about, check it out on Tubi TV. It's out there. It's a free app. Check it out.
There's a lot of like 80s and 90s shows that are on the Tubi app.
Oh, yeah. Right now, too. Shoot, you can go back further than that. Like they got 70 shows on there too. And they got the Kamen Rider series for those who like that stuff.
And it's free.
It's on there. And it's
free. You
free.
have to watch commercials. That's about it. So
yeah. I mean, but you're watching commercials anyway, right? So.
Yeah.
True.
What's up?
Dude, that was a good set, Mike. That was pretty good. I like that. It was different.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good set,
so are we doing just the 90s for these sitcoms, or can we branch into the 80s? Are we gonna
I think we're just going to do sitcoms because
let's
if
just
we
do
go into
three
90s,
shows from that era. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit in the 90s, though. I mean,
there's a lot. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, you could just go off 90s alone, and there's like a plethora of stuff.
Right.
So
I got one, like my top right now off the top of my head is probably going to be a forgotten about one. It's crazy.
I got them. I got all 3. I can go right now if you want.
Let's do it. We'll go the opposite way. We'll reverse it.
Well, I mean, if we're talking sitcoms, we're talking like teen sitcoms at that point. That's what was targeting towards us.
Yeah.
And a sitcom,
there's only one
comedy, right? Like it's a show of comedy. Is that a sitcom?
Just like syndication, like
like a half-hour show on ABC or Fox, or like a family type of thing.
Just any family type show.
Yeah. So I got Saved by the Bell on mine. That's like
Zach Morris was a pimp.
Dude, and Kelly Kapowski was the hottest thing I ever saw in my life. Sorry, I'm better. The second hottest thing I might have ever seen in my life was Christina Applegate, though, and Married with Children was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Come on, man. That's going to be mine right there.
Yeah, I don't care what decade, I don't care what era that show holds up. It's ahead of its time. It probably wouldn't be allowed on network television, which is a goddamn shame today. But let me tell you,
dude,
that is
Al Bundy was the man, dude.
Al Bundy was the man. Quick thing on that, and then we can jump right back to you, Mike. I'm sorry, but since you mentioned her, Crystal Applegate, she was probably the first woman I ever saw naked. That she posed for Playboy a long time. We're not going to get into this in a deep conversation, but she was one of the first people that I saw naked and go.
It's the first person she saw naked and the last person had the pages stick together.
About when that show came out and how young I was, you know what I mean? And like one of my neighbors, like, he was going through, I was sitting with him, he's going through the computer, just going through stuff, and yeah, I was like, yo, you want to see some naked photos of Christina Applegate? And I was like, wait, what?
You're like, yes, please.
No, I don't.
I was like, sure.
I mean, how are you going to turn that down? Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I was like,
she's still good looking even now. She's a good looking woman.
She is. She still looks good. She's kept her self together.
Did you have to run home and grab your comics right after you saw that and then come back?
I was reading Scooby-Doo at the time.
You solved that mystery real fucking quick.
Hey, dude.
I hopped in the van and took care of accident there, boy.
Oh man! All right, Mike, what's your third one?
My number one is probably still my favorite show to this day. It's still in syndication. It's still going on. South Park. I mean, that's that I can quote South Park all day. Like that is my jam, and it's technically from the 90s. I think it came out around 97, 98.
It was early to mid 90s. I think is when it came out.
Yeah, so it was. I mean, South Park speaks for itself. I mean, they tackle everything. They don't give a rat's ass who they piss off. They go after everybody equally. You know, they've offended me, and I'm unoffendable. I've been offended at least twice, like watching 2 episodes, and I was just like, "Huh," you know. But
it was August of 97
they do it well.
It came out.
They do
97.
August of 97. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I remember that. Well, I remember watching that first episode, man. Big gay Animal Sanctuary.
My God.
I mean, oh my God. I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Speaking of chocolate salty balls.
Oh, snap.
What do you want to go next, Lowry?
Wait, I want to know what's chocolate about.
I don't. I definitely don't.
You got chocolate over there, bro.
You don't remember
what Bethany's baking?
Chocolate salty balls?
I know exactly what it is. I'm fucking with you.
I remember. Sorry, yes.
Suck on my big brown salty balls. Just put them in your mouth, then suck them.
Dude, when he would start singing, just go. Oh, dude, that was a good show.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
crazy. It was
so Lowry, what are your top 3, brother? Come on.
All right. I don't think I have. Let's see here. Definitely South Park is one of them. I think that's my number 1. Number 2, probably. Do you remember Boy Meets World?
Yes, Topanga's so hot.
I think that's the reason why I even watched that show. Like that was like that was, oh my God. Even today, like she's still good looking. Dude, you remember the Wonder Years?
Oh, Winnie Cooper, man.
If I say
Winnie,
right? Dude, she even now to this day, she's hot as shit. She hasn't changed at all.
She's intelligent too, dude.
Yeah, she is. That was one of my favorite songs too. You know, oh God,
yeah, I didn't even realize that was a real song, dude. First time I ever heard that song was on that show.
Yeah.
Then I got older. My mom was like, "You didn't know that was?" I was like, no, no better. A kid.
So for the record, I'm sure she's very intelligent, but I'm not attracted to her big sexy brain. It's definitely something else. But
dude, like
I will say,
ahead,
I never pulled harder in my life for a character to actually make out with another character in a show than Fred Savage finally.
I know, right?
I remember that.
Yeah, like every time you knew the chemistry was there, just it never kept. Oh my God.
Yeah, and now they're all like Girl Meets World. They're still a couple, and they married, they got kids. And she still looks good.
Well, that's
let's see here. I guess that's my 3, right?
Yeah, Topanga.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2.
You got Wonder Years, South Park?
Yeah, 1.
I got Wonder Years. I got South Park.
And Boy Meets World. You got Boy Meets World.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You did say Boy Meets World.
Yeah. Go ahead, Eric B. What do you got going on? What's your?
Well, I thought for a second I thought you was taking one of mine, so I'm going with Fresh Prince for sure.
He took one of mine. I'm calling it right now.
Fresh Prince for sure.
I know it's a good one, dude.
He took one. God damn it!
It had one of the best opening songs, dude.
Oh, yeah, like you knew that thing by heart. Probably by the second episode, like every kid knew that by heart.
I'm pretty sure if you hear the song, you could say that shit now, even to now. Like, I mean,
now listen to the story all about
how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
I'd like to take a minute to sit right there.
A town called Bel Air.
Let me tell you, if it wasn't cartoons, that song would have been in the top 15 of the 90s for sure. For sure.
They just
did. He had an album version for that too, because he put that on his album. He had a full song for that too. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Just with all this coronavirus stuff going on, him, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and a few others did like a online concert or something and singing songs and everything. And he was singing that, and people were just going nuts. It was pretty good. That in
Yeah,
summertime. And I was like, oh, yeah.
I bump that every summer.
Even now, it still happens.
Yeah, you can still play that now.
It's almost like Bone Thugs and Harmony first of the month. Like you gotta play that.
The first of them.
You gotta play it. You just have to play it. Sometime in the year, you gotta play that song. Summertime is I gotta play it at least once or twice this summer, dude.
Absolutely. That's on the playlist every summer, yo.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. Well, that was probably my number one. Number two was Family Matters for me.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that was
a
really
great show. That was on my list too.
Great show. And if you dig into the history of that show, man, there's some tragedy happened in that show too. But it was still
yeah, with not with the youngest daughter, right?
Yeah.
Which show?
She basically walked upstairs and nobody ever seen her again.
What the fuck was her name? Judy.
What show?
Judy. Yeah.
Family
Matters.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, she went on to become a drug addict and a porn star and everything, man.
Yeah.
She was a porn star?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Out of here. What's her name? I gotta look her up.
And then what's her face? Steve Urkel's girlfriend passed away too, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Too. I think she had lupus or something, some ailment.
I think I can't remember what it was, but
was that her name?
Myra.
Dude, do you remember when like it was blowing people's minds when they found out the dad was gay?
Yeah,
in real life, like it blew people's minds. About
that. They thought the same thing about Dave Avery.
Oh, Carl?
Yeah, man.
Carl, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but dude, that was a good show. That was a good one.
It was great. You know what's crazy is I always felt like Myra and Topanga were like twins, just of two different races, dude. Like it was crazy. They looked a lot alike.
Myra, Topanga.
Same body type, same skin tone, I guess.
Yep.
Pretty close to
same facial structure.
Yeah.
Like they both had them round faces. It was pretty close. And then my last one. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No,
Mike?
nothing.
Yeah, my last one is dinosaurs. Remember dinosaurs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the little baby and the
mama.
Yeah.
Not the mama.
Dinosaurs, man.
What was the father's name? Earl.
Yes.
Yeah.
He kind of reminded me of like Al Bundy and like what's another character?
Yeah, he was a good mix. He was definitely like the dinosaur version of Al Bundy and a Homer Simpson, dude.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was like Mary chosen us up in dinosaur form.
Remember the kids? Like the brother and the sister? Like they were asses.
Yeah. Yep. And the mom always was doing all the work and juggling the stuff in the house, man. But she had enough.
Yeah.
Not the mama.
Yep. Yeah. Honorable mention. I mean, it's not a sitcom really, but I did enjoy New York Undercover as well. And
that was a good show too.
Yeah. So I just wanted
Malik Yoba. Yeah, it was a good show.
Oh man. Shout out to RIP Andre Harrell. He was the music producer behind that show as well, man. We lost a legend over the past weekend. So RIP while we talking. You wouldn't have like 59, right?
59, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have like Mary J. Blige. You wouldn't have a Jodeci group. You wouldn't have Heavy D and the Boys.
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy for sure. You would not have a Diddy without Andre Harrell. So R.I.P. him and Little Richard as well. R.I.P.
Yeah,
music icons, man.
And then you had Stiller. He just passed away today.
Don't forget about the Festivus guy.
Right, yeah.
Festivus, dude. Everyone knows Festivus.
Why are we talking sitcoms, right? It's apropos.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah. You might not know Seinfeld, but you know what Festivus is.
Yep. And also he was on King of Queens as well. He was the young lady's dad, mom. Yeah, dad. I can't remember what her name was on the show. But yeah. He was Kevin James' father-in-law.
Oh, speaking of shows, an honorable mention for me in general was Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That was a good one.
That was on HBO. What HBO?
Yeah,
HBO came out, right?
Yeah.
It was so graphic. It had to be on HBO.
HBO After Dark.
I should not have been watching that, but I watched it.
Remember those crazy like?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Remember the ones on like MTV too, like Eon Flux.
Eon Flux.
Celebrity Deathmatch, all those. Like, that was crazy.
Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch.
I used to love that.
Yeah, it's on MTV. That's my joy.
Jerry Springer versus Oprah versus Sally.
They need to bring that back. Yeah, they need to bring that back.
I think they were.
So
they were talking
good.
about it.
That would be so good right now.
Before we go to E's top three that Burgess already stole two of. The first movie you saw that you weren't supposed to watch, but you were downstairs, you were sneaking the movie, and if your parents found you, your ass was grass. So what was that
Lord.
first movie that you watched that you weren't supposed to watch, and you watched the whole thing?
Alice in Wonderland, the porno.
What, really? Really, Jay?
No,
I mean, you wanted to be honest.
Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. There
Are
was
you
an Alice.
serious?
Yeah,
It was a
it was like
porno?
one of those spoof ones way back in the day.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Because
God.
it was kind of funny. We had a
Lord.
bunch of friends over. Everybody's like, "Dude, I stole this
You
out of my dad's dresser drawer. We got to watch this." And like everybody was like skeptical. We're like, Alice in Wonderland. Oh, it's not that. Whoa! Like you did not expect to see like.
How did you choose between that and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Bone?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Anywho, so Wells, how about you? What was the first one that you watched you were not supposed to watch?
Damn, I
You
can't
brought this
remember
up.
the. I can't remember that. I brought this up.
Yeah, you
were
said
not
Spawn.
supposed to
You snuck it in, and you weren't supposed to be watching it. That's what gave me the idea.
Oh, I can't remember her name, but something Tweed. What's her name?
Shannon Tweed.
Shannon Tweed. What was
Oh.
the see that those spicy movies she used to do, but I can't
I know
remember
what
the
you're
name
talking
of
about.
it right now.
Yeah, she was like softcore porn actress, wasn't she? Where she was in a bunch of shit.
Yes, she's in a bunch of shit. I can't remember any of the names of the movies right now, but if you Google Shannon Tweed, a bunch of stuff will come up. Any of those movies were the first movie that I watched that I was not supposed to be watching. And
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
First
We're gonna
soft porn.
We're gonna do our first porn, and we're gonna do our first actual movie. Because
Oh, okay.
with this crew, I knew I should have rules in. But that's my fault.
Well, let's see if I can Google her movies right now.
What was the first pair of tits that you jerked off to, pal?
Oh my God.
Alice.
Jeez.
We're not doing
No,
this.
you know what it was?
Wait, I just
It
like to
was,
say, I love my wife. I love my wife.
I'm waiting for
Black men
Bethany
don't
to come
cheat.
in here and say, "What?"
Honestly, it's crazy because it was a neighbor who was babysitting me. And we were all teens, so she
Isn't
was
that
like
a
maybe
porno?
3 years.
That's called spying. All right, that's creepy.
That's
We're
cool.
talking movies here.
No,
okay?
that's what I'm saying. Like, shut up, Mike.
Or these days, endangerment, however you want to call it.
She was like 3 or 4 years older than us, I think, but she had me reached like mid-teenage years or whatever, so she was old enough to babysit us. And it was called, I think it was called Fritz the Cat. It was some animated porno, is what it was.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the one. That was
So
the first
you
one that
jerked
I
it to
ever
cat
seen.
porn?
No, I didn't at all. But we all watched it. It was like a group of us. It was
Oh.
like 8 or 9 of us. You know what I mean? And that was the first porno I had ever seen. That was it. Yeah.
Night Eyes. It was Night Eyes. I'm sorry. I just
Night
saw
Eyes, yeah.
Night Eyes. That's the Shannon Tweed movie. That's the first one I watched. All right,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eric.
No, you're good.
Dude, like, I think
that was
all of
it.
her movies were like all
I had to
like
get that out.
though.
Yeah.
That was the first flick.
Got
But
that in the queue for later, Wells?
Maybe.
are we on our first sitcom yet?
Well, okay, so I'll say that the first, like, if we're going by porn, like the first porn I ever saw was like there was this trick back in the day, right, where you could like press the up channel on the remote and press the down channel on the remote at the same time, and you go to like the channels that aren't really there, and you're able to find the Spice Network that was
Oh
scrambled,
yeah.
but like every 45 seconds or so it would come in clear for like a second and a half. You
Right.
know?
And you see that nipple.
I'd see a boob float across the screen at some point, you know? So that was my first porno. But yeah, so if we're going for our first movies that we're not supposed to be watching, that you did not touch yourself or get aroused to, do I have to put any more parameters in for you guys? Or are we good?
Nope.
Okay,
I
Lowry.
got mine.
Sorry, that was my fault.
I'm sticking with what I
Lowry.
said already. That's still the same for me.
Ian's like, I love my wife. I love my wife. Good, Mike.
No, Lowry, go ahead. What is it? What's your first movie that you watched you weren't supposed to watch? I'll tell you what my first movie is. It's easy. Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal. I snuck it in one
those are
night.
good ones.
I was
Nice.
I was a Seagal fan for life after that. Like I watched all of his stuff.
That was a
So-
great movie, dude. As a kid, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
Yeah,
but that
the
wasn't
guy's
the first
wrist
one for
up.
me.
He's like breaking the arm.
Yeah.
It was so.
He
It
went
looked so
nuts.
bad, but it was great. You know.
But see, that stuff my parents didn't have a problem with my mom. I'm talking about parents, like I came from a 2-parent home. I had my mom. She didn't have a problem with that, but Menace to Society was actually the first movie I watched that I was not supposed to watch as a kid.
That was
That
a
was
good one.
That was a good movie. That's one of my favorites still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you go, Lowry? And then Wells can just go into his top 3 sitcoms too.
Oh Jesus! Do you guys remember the movie? The movie used to freak me out as a kid. It was like 87, 88. The movie The Gate.
Oh yes,
that movie was wild.
Whoa,
who was in that again? The Gate. That sounds familiar.
It had Stephen Dorff. He was in Blade.
Yeah,
he was the kid.
Wow.
And then what it was, he had come to find out like something about like some little demons from hell came out and stuff like that, and like they come out of the ground. There was a bunch of them chasing them around the house. I gotta send you guys a link to it. You gotta watch it. It's messed up. But I try. Look it up. It's called The Gate. They actually made 2 of them. But it had him as a kid, has his sister, and had these like little demons running around. They're trying to pull them into hell in a hole in the ground.
Was the second one called like The Gate 2 or like
it was like
Gate 2
The
Defense or like
real original name?
Yeah, that movie was scary as crap as a kid, bro.
Yeah,
like that was not a movie that
The Gate 2 Trespassers.
I don't remember that one. I'm about to look that up.
No, dude, it was a freaky. Like now, I kind of look at it, I'm like, whatever. But watching that thing, like 10 years old, watching that shit, like, dude, you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good horror flick, so.
Agreed. I'm with you there.
I said horror, not horror.
Sure.
Well, listen, we know all kinds of weird stuff gets you aroused, so you just never know. But
if you guys could see what JB sending in our chats,
bruh,
that's pretty tame.
So, Wells, a movie you weren't supposed to see that you saw. What was that movie, brother?
I was gonna say probably Stephen King's It. That was the original. It was a movie I damn sure should not have been watching.
Facts, dude.
But yeah, but I mean, now if I watch it now, it's definitely a great flick. I will definitely give kudos to everything that was involved in making that movie. It was good.
And the remakes were great too.
Yeah,
the remakes were
great too. But watching that as a kid, I should not have been watching that. But,
that's fair.
Yeah, but that was one.
All right,
that was mine.
My top have 3. No idea. Yeah.
You said you had no idea what?
We have no idea what your top 3 is, so why don't you?
Well, since Eric B stole 2 of mine, I had to kind of
man, that's just that black factor. That's all that is.
I knew that was gonna come up. I knew as soon as they passed the mic to you, I was like, damn, he gonna steal at least 2 of them. At least. just off the strength of with the same color. It's like I knew it. I just knew it. You didn't let me down though, so thank you.
Man, no love for the Jeffersons, no love for 227, no love for the Cosby Show.
Can you let me name mine? Or are you gonna let me name them? No.
Damn.
You just all right, so now you're gonna wipe the slate clean. Now I gotta look up.
He's like Alf, different strokes.
Oh my God, yo. Jesus. All right.
Like the sabotage the whole thing.
The whole thing, man. The
Remember
whole
that
thing.
fucked up show with like the little girl that was a robot? Like that was just creepy as shit.
Oh my God, dude.
All right.
Red and white dress. No Wonder, I think it was called.
Oh, man.
Mike, you're not allowed to talk anymore, Mike. You're not allowed to talk. All right, so I definitely won in his different worlds. That was with Kadeem Hardison and Jasmine Guy. That was my joint. It's a different world.
That's a good one.
That was my joint.
That was a really good show.
They've had like 2 versions of that song too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And both of them were good, actually. Both of them were good. I had Living Single. I remember that show.
Oh yes,
We Are Living with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, in a 90's kind of world.
Sing it.
Yeah, man.
So that was a good one too.
Shout out to the Queen, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Still rapping by the way.
You're gonna kill me if you guys pass this one up, but go ahead.
Well, you only gave us 3. I mean, we can name 50.
I was be honest, I was going to name 227, but I wasn't sure what year that. I don't know. But we didn't say years, though, right?
A year, it don't matter. Yeah.
But believe it or not, I did watch 227. I
love that show.
I watched it with my family. Her sitting on the stoop, and that's like how we did now. It's just sitting on the stoop, chatting whoever walked by.
The Jeffersons was one of mine too that I love back.
Jefferson's classic, man. I think that's kind of a given, but maybe not.
Remember when he made his cameo at on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as the judge?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So I got to say, guys, you disappointed the hell out of me. I can't believe neither one of you said Martin. I mean,
I was looking at that, but I want to be obvious.
That was on my list, but I want exactly. I don't want to be obvious either.
That was one of my favorite. That was just one of my favorites.
I'll tell you right. Like I have my list going. I don't know if you can see it. You can see Martin is at the top.
At the Martin.
Nope, at the top.
No, he changed. He switched that around, guys. He did it real quick. It's like a
I swear, I was on the top. I swear.
You work this damn technology against me.
Martin was classic. Shoot, heck, I mean, there's a couple.
Wait a minute,
other
show your
ones
list
in that
again.
vein.
I had a bunch of you can see. You want to blow it up? You can.
It says Martin movies to masturbate to Shannon Tweed to.
Oh my god! I deleted that out. You didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean, you got Martin. You got Living Color. I mean, there was a few shows, man.
Yeah,
that was
remember Mad TV.
Mad TV.
Yeah.
What was the other one? There was
Mr.
another
Cooper.
one.
Hanging with
Mr. Cooper. That one was good.
That's a classic one too.
Shoot, I mean, come on now, Full House.
Sanford and Son.
Oh yeah, I mean, you go back to the classic '80s ones. Full House is up there.
Full House
man.
is number one.
Wait, Full House was the '80s, wasn't it?
'80s?
Yeah.
That was late '80s, right?
That was Step by Step. That was
Step
the
by
Hogan
Step.
Family.
Day by day.
Yep.
Day by day.
So I've learned that I watched way too much TV growing up.
Same here, apparently.
Segment.
That's why none of us are rocket scientists to this day.
No.
Your parents sat you in front of the TV and it's like, yo, that's it.
Yo, but to be
there
fair,
was a show about that. It was on. What the hell was it called? It was.
What were you talking about?
Dream On HBO.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen Dream On
Dream
HBO?
On, yes.
The beginning of the movie, the beginning of the show is his parents
sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah, and there's a flashback from an episode, throughout. I thought that was a good show. I enjoyed that show.
Remember Tales from the Crypt?
Dude. Oh yeah, I remember
Tales
that.
from the Crypt.
Twilight Zone, the remake.
I'm trying to remember. There was one
from the dark side.
There was one back in the day. Yeah, that was a good one. There was one back in the day. I think it was HBO, where they had really weird tales. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Well, I think Tales from the Crypt started on that.
No, not Tales from the Crypt. It was another one. It was like one of those like HBO or Cinemax or something like Skinemax, whatever it is.
Skinemax.
If I find it, I'll put it in. I'll put it in the chat or something. I'm trying to remember the name of the show. It was like it was kind of like borderline of like Tales from the Crypt, like horror type stuff, but it was really sci-fi-esque shows and stuff. Everything. It's gonna bug me anyway.
Yeah,
I used to have this guy that I used to work with. He said, "I'm going to go home and have a threesome. Me, my hand, and Skinny Max."
Dude, do you remember Three's Company back in the day?
Yeah.
Jack Tripper was
him. Hey, we're gonna go back, man. You gotta go with
let's just
Good Times.
Is this what we're doing?
Screw it. Might as
All right, guys.
well.
If you don't like TV shows, tune out now. That's what you're getting for another half hour, apparently.
Right.
Archie Bunker, come on, man.
Yo, he was
All in the Family.
He was
that 70s show.
He was the king, man. He was the king. That 70s show is a great one, by the way.
18.
That is. I used to watch that religiously. Oh, 18, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to talk about 18, you got to talk about Knight Rider right after.
Knight Rider, yeah.
That was like, they were 1-2. That was a 1-2 punch right there.
Yep. I used to love them shows.
Dude, you remember Facts of Life? That one back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait, you can't mention Facts of Life
you take both
without talking about not Three's Company, but what's the other one with Willis and
Different Strokes?
Different Strokes. Yeah, I said that earlier.
Yeah.
That was what you talk about, Willis. Yo, that.
Yep, that was the spinoff because she was the maid, but then she became the den mother of the orphanage.
Yeah, and it was interesting, E, that you mentioned Different Strokes as one of your favorites because that was a spinoff too. That was a spinoff of the Cosby Show, and in my opinion, a far superior show. I don't know if we're not allowed to say that anymore because you put the pills in the drinks and Anyway, it was still a great show for what it was.
To be fair, dude. So the Cosby Show. If it was not for the Cosby Show, and my wife and I talk about this all the time, I personally, not growing up with a father figure in my life, like my grandfather was there, but like he wasn't in my home. and my next door neighbor was, they did the best they could. But if it wasn't for that, I personally would not know how to treat a woman, dude. Like Bill Cosby was a great husband on TV to his wife, and their family dynamic is what I tried to model my life after coming up. I mean, I know Bill Cosby has all his issues and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. But back in the day, the
we didn't know that.
was better. Yeah, nobody knew.
Nobody knew that.
And the message was that. So, I definitely attribute a lot of my mannerisms to how to treat and do things in life to what I saw with Bill Cosby.
Absolutely. I mean, Claire Huxtable, they were like prime married couple. Like, they exemplified marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you got older, you realize like no one can hold up that perfect family life. You know what I mean? But you still got the principles, right? The principles were still there.
You guys remember MacGyver back in the day?
Hell yeah.
That show got me into engineering.
Nice.
Did it? Yeah? Nice.
It was Legos for me, Lowry. It was Legos.
It was that. And my mom getting pissed because I kept taking all my Transformers apart and making my own Transformers.
It was the radio for me, bro.
She used to get so mad. She's like, "I just bought that, and it's pieces on the floor or on the table. Like, what the hell are you doing? I'm making my own stuff."
Yeah, you got that, man, and shoot, you can't forget Airwolf. Airwolf was back then too.
Airwolf. Oh man, I forgot about that. They had a video game too for NES that was Airwolf. I used to play that.
Yeah, they did. Spy Hunter, the video game, came from that too. Like,
that's right.
You remember what is it? Greatest American Hero?
Oh yeah, that MASH.
If we're going from that era, my personal favorite growing up, I remember Chips. Like Chips was my shit.
Yes.
Chips man.
Funny.
Poncherello, man. Everyone wanted to be Ponch.
Everybody wanted to be
Ponch. Yeah.
When I was younger, me and my cousins used to play Chips, and my cousin always wanted to play Ponch. He wanted to be Ponch, but we didn't know it was Ponch. Like I don't know if he ever like really paid attention to it. We used to call him Punch. It was Punch for him.
Speaking of Punch,
yeah. This is a picture I took on vacation. We were talking about Cosby earlier, so I took this picture like 2 years ago.
That's great.
And, this was on an island. I think this was in Curacao, and this thing was just sitting up there, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. Bro.
That's hilarious. 2 for 5, dude. Like really?
That is funny as shit, but wrong in so many levels.
That is great. That's hilarious. I bet you they probably made a killing too. They're probably selling cocktails like nothing.
Oh yeah, that was right when they were talking about it. Like that was all the rage.
Speaking of Cosby, you remember Fat Albert back in the day?
Yes, Fat Albert and the Cosby. Yeah, that. What was another show? We talked about What's Happening, right? Did we say What's Happening?
Remember Silver Spoon?
No, I don't think
I remember Silver Spoon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember that time Michael Jackson was on there?
Yeah. Remember Growing Pains? Growing Pains?
Yeah. Alan Thicke.
Yeah.
You know which one it was always a good one I liked too, that it was always an oddball one, was Quantum Leap. Do you remember that show?
Oh, I enjoyed that show.
Yeah, that was I enjoyed that one too. That was good. I used to watch with my dad, yo.
But believe it or not, like I like that, but also same vein, Stairway to Heaven.
I used to watch that too. Where he was the angel and everything.
Michael
Landon, right?
Michael Landon, yeah. There was. It's funny when you mentioned Growing Pains. Not a lot of people realize that's where Leonardo DiCaprio got his start.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
and Alan Thicke. A lot of people also don't realize that Robin Thicke is Alan Thicke's son. So Robin Thicke, the artist nowadays. I mean, it's crazy how transformation can happen. That dude came out with like long hair, scruffy face.
What's Happening Now? Do you remember that one?
Yes, the updated. Yeah, when you had Raj and his then girlfriend was now married, and that was crazy.
Yeah, that
I remember that
back in the day too.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, man. Fred Sanford and Son. You had Good Times. That was all in that same block. That was all dope, and that with the Jeffersons was all in the same block for me, man. Like those three shows used to come on back to back to back. It was dope. Dang, they had some good TV back in the day, man. You don't get that anymore. You really don't. Like there's some shows that you can be like, okay, cool, I like to watch this, and I'll keep up with this. But man, like they had some class, like stuff that still holds up to this day.
Yeah. You know what I always fight about? Like I always fight with my wife about is Seinfeld. Like she does not get the humor in it. You know what I mean? And like when you watch Seinfeld, you have to get the humor. Like if you don't understand the humor, like you can't get that show.
Yeah,
And
Seinfeld is like
this is a tricky show.
It's half stupid funny, and then it's half like intellectual funny. Like you really got to
Right,
think about some of the
exactly.
jokes.
Some of the
But that's
things,
just
yeah,
who he is. You know what I
right.
mean?
You know, that's what it is. Each his own.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to admit, like I've only seen maybe 5 Seinfeld episodes myself. It wasn't on the list of stuff that like, oh man, I gotta watch it. But I got the humor, and it was funny every time I would sit down and watch it. You know what else was like that though? But I actually picked this up as a show. Remember Frasier?
Oh
The
yeah.
Oh
spinoff
yeah.
from Cheers.
Cheers
That
was a good
good.
one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was another one. Like the humor wasn't stupid funny; it was intellectual funny, but it was funny. It was good stuff.
Speaking of
What's
all
up?
that, remember Doogie Howser back in the day?
Oh yeah, Doogie, man.
Yeah,
Doogie Howser, MD. We used to watch that as kids all the time. Remember when Karate Kid had a TV show? That show sucked.
That was trash. It really was. That was a
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoon, wasn't it?
It was, but
Yeah,
then
it
they had a live action too. They used to come on, I think it was NBC on and like right after like the Wheel of Fortune and
Really?
Jeopardy hour. Yeah, and it didn't last long. It was
I
not
was
good.
gonna say, miss me with that shit, but I got that new Netflix one. It's great.
Oh, they got one on Netflix?
Not Netflix. I'm
Oh, the
sorry.
YouTube one.
YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
That's a
good
trip right down memory lane right there.
stuff. Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
a
good show on its own.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we got some miscellaneous toys that we kind of missed last week. We'll probably just kind of go through some of those.
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
So we'll bring
I mean,
this
I
up
love
when-
toys.
Yeah.
Get
Oh
back
yeah,
on
so
this
that
there. There we
man.
go.
I was definitely
Yeah.
wanting to get into this, man. I
Dude,
was
You
thinking
got me
about
thinking,
this, but
man. You got me
Yeah.
thinking.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I've been
I got
eyeballing
nervous.
it.
I got nervous because I wanted to know if it was real because they were talking about you sign up first and you get I think it's like a $2 or something like that as the initial premium or something.
So I
like that.
researched it. When you put it out there,
Yeah.
I researched it. It's legit, and they have
It is
ads
legit? All right.
everywhere. So they
All
even have, and Lowry will get a kick out of this. They actually have a GTR, like the newer Nissan
saw
GTR,
The
where you can
R35,
build that,
yeah.
and that thing is huge, dude.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm actually debating on it. I am.
That would be
I
a
would
cool
like to build
build,
that.
like every week, just to slowly
Well,
get
that's what the thing
pieces.
is dope because you're guaranteed to get something in the mail every month. You get a piece
Every
of
week.
this.
Every
Four
week.
Oh, it's every week? I thought it was
Every
every
week.
month. Oh,
It's
It's
four
like
pieces a month.
92 pieces.
4 pieces a
Oh,
month.
that's
insane.
even better.
Every
So-
week
so-
you get pieces.
That's what's up. So everyone that's listening right now, we're looking at the Ghostbusters Ecto 1. It's the big build.
It's from Eagle
What
Moss.
scale is this? 1/8 scale?
This sucker's
Yeah.
got to be 3-4 feet
This
long,
thing-
man.
It's
I
Bro,
saw
six.
it's
it. I
huge.
saw it at New York Comic Con.
It's
And if you
it's
and if you
eighth or ninth scale. Oh, it's 1/8 scale. That's
it's 1/8
what it is.
scale, yeah. So
Yeah,
and if you pay for like the premium package on this, they also come with a glass case that you can put
Yes.
once you finish building it. It comes with a glass case that you can put it in as well.
Yeah. So
And,
what's cool
and
is
I think this is cool.
look at that, dude. Like all your instructions you can put inside. this.
Right,
They
big
include, like, a
instruction
magazine
thing.
builder,
Right. You get an Ecto 1 plate for
a
the car
hat.
if you want.
Look, you get a shirt. Oh, here's the. It has a base. In fact, as we scroll down, look at this. You
Yeah,
get the
there you
platinum
go.
subscription.
Yeah.
You get this, like you had said, dude.
Nice glass case over it. And that's
Yeah.
what's
So
up.
Wells, how did you come upon this, man? And what made you think like, okay, yeah, I can probably do this?
Well, see, I've been doing kits, bro. Like the last couple of months or so, y'all know, I've been getting the Transformer Flame Toys kits. I've just been doing a lot of different kits and Lego builds. And when I saw this first, I saw this as an ad on Instagram or something like that. And I was like, oh, this gotta be bullshit. And then I saw YouTube videos. So I saw people doing the YouTube videos on this, and they had links. So I clicked on the links, it brought me to the site and everything. And then, but I was still kind of skeptical. So, I can't trust anything right off the bat. I got to do my research on it. And Eric, like you said, you did your research on it too. So I'm glad you did that too. So I'm probably going to go through with this now because, I was a little skeptical, but since you verified it as well, I think I'm good to go. I definitely want to jump on this.
It's definitely legit. Like they've gone through and they've done.
They have a bunch of different cars, bro. I hope they do a Batmobile now.
Dude, they got the Back to the Future car.
They
Check
have
that
to.
out. I think
Oh,
Lance
got
up
a
and
DeLorean.
down.
DeLorean?
Isn't
Nice.
this the one? This is an old one though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's gotta be.
That's the GTR
Yeah.
that
the GTR.
Burgess was
That's it.
talking about.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like Adam from Nerd Rage might have done the DeLorean.
Lowry,
I wanna
don't
say.
go away on this yet. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, I want to say that Adam did that. Like I think Bobby reviewed it, and it was Adams, and I think it's a great review. I don't know if it's the same product, but it's up there. I know it was a very expensive piece. And just a quick side note about that Ghostbusters ambulance. I mean, it's an 8th scale, and you're thinking 8th scale, yeah, it's an 8th scale of one of the longest cars that was ever manufactured in the United States. Okay,
Big
so this sucker is big. You need like Snake Mountain area to put this thing down. You need like you need sail barge area to put this thing down. Like,
you definitely got to put it. Absolutely, for sure.
Yep. So what's crazy about this GTR that he has on the screen is that one, it comes with the Nissan car fob remote that literally works the lights and can roll the windows down on this thing.
The windows roll down. Shut up.
Yes, bro.
It
has an independent. It has its own independent suspension. It has an independent shock, so those shocks are real working. You got the lights. It comes with the screwdriver set. You can literally tweak things the way you want it. I mean, you're building a car here, and it's crazy, dude.
Yo, hold on, guys. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a Sand and Tweed. I'm watching the Sand and Tweed thing right now, man. Give me a second here, guys.
Next thing you know, his camera starts shaking.
Hold on
like
a second.
Hey, E, was that you again?
Humming. Oh
my God, dude.
Ralph Cramden. That's a Ralph Cramden reference, ladies and gentlemen.
Honeymooners. The honeymooners back, baby.
Oh, dude, they got a DB5 too from James Bond.
Oh,
it's nuts, man.
Yeah, what is happening right now, man? Oh my God.
Yeah, this might be a game changer, man.
Builds.
Dude, you're gonna get Wells divorced. Turn this shit off. Come on.
Facts.
Well, I got a couch for you, bro. Anytime.
Oh, God.
Remember you said that, man. Keep that in my back pocket because you never know. Never know.
As all of a sudden he gets smacked in the back of the head. What?
Right. No, right?
Oh man, so we got the Masters of the Universe.
And Mike is hot about these things. Come on, Mike.
Well, we got some clarification about these too the other night.
Yeah, we did.
Shout out to Chuck for showing us.
Yeah, well, the clarification is still what what I originally said. It's a $15 figure that we're going to be getting at retail in
for $60
October. And they want $60 a piece for it because it comes in a pretty box. Like I'll sell you the whole set in October without the box for $150, and I'll save you $110. You know, it makes no sense to me.
Because basically, it's got Chuck had showed us the other night. It's got bendable knees. It bends at the elbows. The shoulders can move around. Apparently, all the parts are modulars, or like the shoulders or something, where you could pop the arms out and swap it with other figures or something. The hands, they all pop out. Like it has like the wrist peg that you pop it out and you can swap hands and everything with it. I think
I'm
the
with
difference
you, Mike.
with this
it's
is
still
just
not worth $60.
I'm telling you right now, like if it's crap like this is the reason why they pulled the license from Super 7 and we're not getting the real collector line that everybody's so interested in the classics and the Filmation series, then this just takes Mattel down another notch for me.
Well, I thought Mattel was just doing like the not reaction, but like the remakes of the old line there, the ones that used to be like little wrestling figures. I thought they were remaking that.
They are, but what they've done in the process of doing that is that they've taken all of the other toy licenses away from the other manufacturers because they don't want anybody competing with them while they try to put their product back out. Yeah. And the biggest problem with this is adult collectors. Are some people going to be interested in this? Yes, some people are going to be interested in it. You know why I'm interested in it? Because coincidentally, I just happen to have a 9-year-old kid that I've been playing Masters of the Universe for, and he likes the cartoon. So I'm going to buy him the toys when they come out. But we're talking about a cartoon that was syndicated, 35 years ago? Yeah. You know, it's based on a fiction from 35 years ago, and it's a children's toy. This is not what a 40-year-old, a mature, if you will, collector is looking for. We had such high-end stuff before, and they're cramming this crap down our throats, and they're taking away the lines and stuff that we were collecting and loving. And this is the kind of stuff that drives me nuts with these companies.
Yeah, they even did a She-Ra, right? Like there's a She-Ra that's coming out that's PowerCon exclusive. There's also $60.
$60. Yep.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I could pull this up.
I know some people. I mean, it's not for us as the collectors that we are. Like, this is not for us, but like, there's some people that's gonna buy it because She-Ra sold so well back in the day that there's some people who just collect She-Ra stuff, and that stuff is expensive now, man.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. It all is. It just doesn't make sense how they're marketing a product like this clearly to our demographic. It just doesn't make sense to me.
You see, this is like more like the cartoon-esque, right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
That's what I'm asking. I just couldn't remember because
I mean, it's a pretty good cross between the toy and toy and like an updated toy look. I think.
Okay.
If you had to go with the Filmation look, I mean, Super 7 did one that's spot on.
Yeah, it says down here captures the retro look of the original toy.
Yeah, based on the hair and everything there.
I mean, I'm not in for I personally don't collect them. I collect Masters of the Universe classics. So if I'm going to spend $60 on a figure, I'd rather get a Motu figure, like Motu classic. You know what I mean? That's just my personal taste. I mean, they had the Ultimates versions that came out, and they were like $50 a piece, and it had all those accessories and everything with them too.
Are you talking about the He-Man and Skeletor reissue from Super 7?
Well, no, they had Ultimates that were a 5-pack before, which it had Faker. It had yeah, they were the same thing where they had like just extra accessories and everything else. But
in the 5.5-inch line, you mean the same?
Yeah, well,
not the 7-inch line.
The 7-inch line.
Oh, the 7-inch line.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, the 7-inch line. I showed it to you a while ago. They actually had Ram Man, He-Man, Skeletor, Faker.
Oh, I remember when you bought that.
In a 5-pack? In a 7-inch?
It was a 5-pack in the 7-inch.
Came in a pack of 5, yeah.
Is that the Ram Man with like the orange pants, or with the wrong just the colors are a little bit off?
Yeah, I'll show you a link later, or I'll post it up when we go to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're
Sidetrack.
good. Yeah. So now, oh my god, I can't wait to get this.
Kingpin.
This is at Retro Collection Kingpin.
Shout out to Big Bag Toy Store.
Yeah, that thing looks sick.
So good.
It does. The colors are great. They pop.
Like I was showing Mike the differences, like the back and forth. Like the pants are a different color. He's actually.
Can you zoom in on that head sculpt?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone can zoom in on that?
Oh, hang on.
Face looks good.
It may not.
It's all good. Yeah. I was curious.
But dude, look at that packing. Like that looks.
Yeah, package is beautiful.
But the blue ascot looks pretty cool. Like at first, I was like, "Oh, has he got a monocle?" No, he's got a black eye.
He got punched in the face.
Now this is out of the cartoon, right? This is the
90's cartoon. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, this is right out of the cartoon, and this is going to work with that. What do you call it? Oh shit, Shadow King head. That came out, so I can't wait because I've got the original Build-A-Figure. I got this one, and there's got to be a black suit around the corner. They got.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be
surprised. That was a good looking one too.
Mad people, dude. When this,
are we talking about the Shadow King head from the Professor X one?
Didn't Professor X have the Shadow King head?
Yeah, Professor X had the Shadow King.
I think so.
That's the one everybody's supposed to be holding for me. I just wanted to let you know. All right, go ahead.
Nice. Yeah, I got an extra one too, guys. Like I'm never gonna use that.
I've got one too. I'm not gonna use it. So if anybody needs
it, bro. Got you.
Yeah. I got man. The Kitty Pryde came with the head too, didn't it? Didn't it come with like the Magneto or the Onslaught head or something?
The Kitty Pryde came with a Magneto head, I believe it. No, was it Onslaught?
Onslaught, because it had the black face. It was like the real dark face in the background.
Yeah.
I just remember it coming with a head. I
so you guys, I take it everybody as unanimous decision. Everybody's in on this one.
Yes, sir.
I'm not. Yeah. If I was collecting them, I would be. But yeah, I'm not.
I am.
I'm actually putting this with the Mayfex Spider-Man.
Oh, nice. You know what?
Mayfex, yo.
Dang it, Lowry, I hate you. God, dog.
It works.
Yeah,
and it's a good figure. It's really not a bad builder figure.
What was that? Got him.
Yeah. God dang
it, you're 2 for 2 today with the fucking raffles, asshole.
Oh man. So then this one, I'm not into statues, but this looks damn good. Batman and Robin.
It does look good.
I'm not into statues, but I'm going to show it to Mike.
This looks pretty good, dude.
You are a douchebag.
I aim to please.
You got him.
This is so nice.
This looks so good, dude.
If this, I'm going to tell you right now, if this is a Battle Diorama series, there's no way I can't be in.
Yeah. I could see it too.
good.
Bro, like where do you put this thing? Like if you had like the battle dioramas, right? Like, those things got to be how tall when it's done?
It's
They're
10
not
scale.
as big as you think. It's 10th scale. They are
Really?
manageable. Okay, for instance, so if I take my entire double dragon,
They're what, 9 inches
Dungeons and
tall?
Dragons,
Another 90s theme song.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons battle diorama, it will fit in the shelf of a DTOF.
Oh wow.
So you think this thing's what, about
So-
12 inches tall? 12,
Not
13
even.
inch?
Not even.
Okay.
There's no. If it's 1/10, it's not even that big. If
Okay.
it's 1/10, you got to figure this. The figure is probably somewhere around 5 inches, right? And then the base is another 2, 3, maybe 8 inches.
Right.
But I'm guessing.
Well, no,
you
it's a
probably got
little
the
bit bigger than a
specs.
12 scale figure, and a 12 scale is, 6 inches tall?
Yeah, they're deceiving though, because looking at these pictures, you think they're a lot bigger than what you're looking at.
It looks damn good, though. I mean, when I see that Robin, though, I
details
want that as
amazing.
a figure.
See, but what character designs do you go with here? Like, do you go with like the villains surrounding him, or is
Ooh,
it
hold on,
all
let's get
like
back to that.
is this the good guys? Is there a Batgirl
the
there?
Bat
Is
family?
there,
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
Nightwing?
I think you go with the Bat family in this. I feel like you want to put like all the Bat families heading into combat, getting ready to battle
But
somebody.
it's gonna be hard to do that because they've already pigeonholed themselves into this Dick Grayson Robin, so it's gonna be hard to put the Bat family around that. If you want them
What
to
about
be in
Justice League? What about
Yeah.
Justice League?
You
Something like that.
dude.
You can do
Man,
Justice League.
man.
Superman
Yeah.
standing there, chest
Definitely.
all puffed out in the background, floating in the air.
Yeah, floating in the air. I can see him
I'm
floating
thinking
in
of
the
Justice
background.
League, I'm in. If it's Justice League, I'm in. I have to
can
look
see
at that thing.
God,
Yeah.
that's gorgeous.
That's nice.
Dude, I
What's
want
the
to
price
make
on
a
that one,
custom
man?
Batman figure for that. And the Robin.
What's the number on that, Lowry?
$219. It's actually not that bad.
That's not
That's
bad.
not bad. Not for that.
Or something like
I
that.
mean, Professor
here
X
we
is
go.
219.
So it says dimensions 9.8 by 9.4 by 8.6.
All right, so 9 inches. That's good.
So wait,
Yeah.
Mike, you said what? Professor X is what?
I said Professor X was about that price too,
219 by himself? Jesus.
somewhere around there. Maybe it's a little less.
Honestly,
but I
I
want to
can't-
say it was around there.
Mostly standard statues are right around what $100
Like
to
one something,
200.
no? Yeah, I was say like 150, something like that.
I just wish I could see the back.
Mystique
To
was
see.
less.
Oh, was it?
Lowry, now you got me seriously debating this freaking Kingpin. I hate you.
Don't debate it. It's fine. $33,
The
man.
realm of enabler.
Jesus Christ. I was
Where are you-
That's
I was
why
not
I was
gonna
going to
say
do
that.
it.
Dude.
$30.
Yeah, that's true. You got a point. I mean, at $30, if I don't like it, I can always flip it.
Yeah,
but
you can flip
You
it.
know
I
someone's
just
gonna
pulled
buy
the
it.
trigger on the Mayfex Spider-Man and Venom from BBTS. Like it's
I've
now
got
I gotta
the
get it.
Mayfex
Like,
Spider-Man
yeah.
and Venom.
If Mayfex does a Kingpin, you got to figure that's going to be $150 to $200 figure.
Yeah,
Right.
for
Yeah.
Kingpin,
Well,
absolutely.
That's
$100
like what I
easy.
was telling you guys. I
Easy.
mix and match companies, and it's been working really damn well so far. Like,
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I was asking RB earlier. I was like, "Yeah, are you mixing these? Like, I think it's a good idea to mix some of them together. That
Mhm.
way, you don't spend so much money either."
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
It's cheaper than waiting on a Mayfex one. Like,
Well,
like
it's
you
like-
guys were saying.
this, I mean, are you not into soft goods? Here, I'll show you my screen real quick. There we go. So just to kind of show you guys, I did this with Beta Ray Bill, and all it was a simple.
What you change? Oh, the cape. Oh,
The
that's
cape.
nice cloth.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now those soft goods make
And
sense
that
for me.
figure's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it doesn't hold it down and everything. It sits nice and
Yeah.
so stuff like
Yeah,
that.
those soft goods I don't mind at
Mhm.
all. I can do those no problem.
Yeah.
Well, it's
that's
like,
dope.
dude, check out my. I know some of you.
Yeah, that beast coat that you have bought. That was dope.
Did you get that from Say Jessam? How you say it? Say Jessam? That's it.
So check this out. So not only does it have that, it's got shorts,
Nice.
and
it's
it's
a
got the
different head
Anthony
too,
and
right?
the Anthony
Head,
Customs
yeah.
head.
He's got the glasses on, right? Got the goggles on.
Yep, see it.
Nice.
Yeah, why don't you just tell me that one, Lowry, and we'll be all right.
For real.
Yeah, so and it kind of gives you an idea. I mean, dude, I've been working on so many different things, and then like take for instance.
Because that's the beast that I would want. And I know Mayfex is not going to do
Well,
it.
no, they're
This
not.
is a
Probably
Marvel
not for a
Legend, and
while.
all I did, my buddy made an outfit for it. Now look how different.
Oh,
it is.
nice.
Oh, so you covered up the newer suit with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's dope.
Nice.
Very nice.
Even
You
I
know,
got-
Now you doing that for Miss Invisible as well?
shit, you know I got that.
Nice.
That's what's up, bro.
You know, it's moments like this that really put life into perspective. Because I can tell you that if I was having
got shorts for thing too.
If you told me 20 years ago that I'd be sitting around with my friends talking about putting clothes on our action figures, I probably would have kicked my own ass. But it's amazing where you wind up in life, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
You got that right.
And you can't blame anybody when they're like, "Oh, you play with dolls?" I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
You putting clothes on? You putting clothes on figures? I think that's a doll.
But yeah, so I've been modifying the hell out of stuff out of some like I was telling Mike, I was keeping certain legends to do certain things like that, and I'm kind of mixing and matching between Mezco, Mafex, and and a couple other ones in Marvel Legends.
So I bought the Beast one. I bought the coat, the lab coat from I think it's Say Jessam. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry, guys.
Cesium or whatever it is.
Cesium, yeah. However you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm jacking it up, but you know who I'm talking about. Yeah. I bought the lab coat for Beast, the Marvel Legends one, and also bought the coat for Gambit. For
nice.
The Marvel Legends ones. And those joints, I bought those joints like last year, September or something like that.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about them. Like they take a while, but they make good stuff.
Yeah,
they
make good quality stuff. So I get it.
Yeah.
You know, you when you buy their stuff, you buy it and you forget about it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, I just bought from them the Dr. Doom outfit.
That's what I was gonna buy too, but I'm gonna have to wait like at least another year for that to come out.
Yeah. I mean, I bought that. I'm kind of waiting on it, so it's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. You said, you know, you buy things and you forget about things. And it's funny because people have been forgetting about things with me lately. Like, for instance, I've been trying to, you know, get like stuff and things, and they forget to deliver it to me. Has anybody else had this problem?
Oh,
yes, sir.
Like you look at your phone, right? And it says out for delivery, which means that it should be coming to your house any second, right? And then you look at your phone again, and it's 4 days later, and it still says out for delivery. And you're like, what the fuck? And then it happens to you twice in 2 weeks. Is anybody else having trouble with the Postal Service lately? Because, God, they suck.
Yeah, I had the same exact thing just recent. What was it, last week, fellas? We were talking about this, where I had a package that left, which was some of the Legends and some other stuff, where it shipped. And in fact, one of the things I forgot to talk about that I picked up was this bad boy. So this was in that box. It went from overseas to, what was it? Pennsylvania to West Virginia, back to Maryland, back to Pennsylvania, back down here in Richmond, up here. And then what happened was I found out because the seller accidentally put my work address on there. Come to find out that they what they were doing is that because of the whole coronavirus stuff going on right now, and because a lot of businesses closed, basically what they were saying is that, oh, we're not delivering to businesses unless they're essential. I'm like, well, how the hell do you know they're essential or not? They're like, unless it's like a hospital or government facility or something like that, they try not to. And like, I had to actually go to FedEx to pick up the package last week because of this issue. So everybody kind of be on watch out for that. I know a couple the other guys had some issues too.
Yep. Mike, I know you had an issue. Just what was that? Just a day or so ago?
Yeah, well, I had a problem with. I mean, they delivered something last week, and I went to the post office. And, you know, when you go there, it's like, you know, they think they know what they're doing because they never make a mistake, right? So, you know, you're talking to them and I'm describing the problem and the woman looks at me like I have 3 heads. And she's like, all right, well, I'm going to check the satellite tracking and I'll get right back to you. So I'm like, all right. Sir, shit. Couple hours later, the tone was very different. Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. We did deliver it, but we delivered it to the wrong house. We got your package. Like, you know what? Just do your job. Leave me alone. I don't need your attitude. And then and then it's. You know, it's not my fault that the package didn't show up. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the package. Just it's got an address. It's got a number. Put it at the right house. And then very next week, you lose another one of my packages. If I did something to piss somebody off, let me know. I will make amends. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to be that guy. You know, I just want my shit. That's all. You know?
I just want my package. That's it. Just give me my package.
Yeah. You need me to smile when you give it to me? Sure. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And
Same
then you
thing
got
happened.
Prime, man. Prime had something happen too. We were talking to Prime the other day. Shout out to E Prime. He had a package that Gort sent him. 3 Masterpiece Transformers. It went from Brooklyn to Queens to Brooklyn to Queens to Brooklyn and finally to his house. Like it made no sense.
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
like he's not too far from Gort.
No, and he kept getting like he was getting frustrated because he kept getting text messages constantly bounced to his phone, like it was showing it was bouncing somewhere, and it would bounce again and bounce again. He's like, dude, this is annoying.
That's crazy. That's nuts, man. The
That's
USPS is the worst, man. I hate when you know what I hate too, and I love Hanny. I love Hanny. You know, and it's like most of the stuff he ships out, most of the stuff that I get is from USPS.
USPS, yeah.
And I hate when I get that email from him and it's a USPS. I'm like, ah, damn it. UPS
That's what I'm waiting
worst,
for.
man.
I'm waiting for from Hanny for the thing that you guys bought me. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, for your birthday present. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Because they don't update. USPS doesn't update things like USPS does. I mean, like, UPS or, you know, FedEx does. They don't update things like that. So you don't know when you're getting it, honestly.
Yeah.
No, I sent you that package. UPS, you had that shit in 27 hours.
Right.
That's stupid. 27 hours.
Bro, I talked to him on Tuesday and he was like, all right, I'm going to send out the Red Hulk for you. Wednesday, I'm like, bruh, why do I have this already?
Dude, Mike sent something to me and I got it in a day and a half.
That's
crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
I didn't even know what it was. I saw a package. I was like, what the hell is this? You know, when you order something, you don't know what it is. You know, what the hell is this?
And it makes you think like, oh God, what did I order?
Right.
She's gonna get pissed.
What did I order now? Right.
Can I open this in front of the wife? Can I open in front of the kids? I don't know.
Exactly. Do I need to go downstairs into the man cave and open this?
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Is it a Shannon Tweed movie or?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I've gotten a lot of stuff during quarantine, man. Like a lot of pre-orders and stuff were coming in, and I had a similar situation. It was just with USPS, man, and they'll show you that something's out for delivery, and then it'll tell you, oh, your package is being rescheduled. Oh, your package is being rescheduled, and then the next thing you know is 4 days later, and you still don't see it, but you know it's at the post office that is literally 6 minutes from my house. So it's the craziest thing in the world. It's that, and my other issue is with FedEx. So FedEx has a local hub here for ground, and it's about, I want to say 12 minutes the other way, not even a full 12 minutes. It's probably only 8 if you hit all the lights, right? So they're supposed to make our area the last area because that's on their way back into the station. I get that. Makes sense. Perfect logistics. But don't give me the bull crap excuse, well, the guy was working too many hours and he can't drop a package off. I'm right down the street from you, dude. Like, what the heck? So now I got to wait till tomorrow. So what if this happens again tomorrow? Oh, no, we'll make him your first delivery. No, you won't, because your logistics mean you got to bring it back as he's going back to, that's the way your operation works. So as he's coming back to the building, he's going to make me his last stop. I know this. Of course. So it just doesn't make sense.
Now, the thing that we're not saying is to people, it's like because of this whole coronavirus thing, we're bitching about that. That's got nothing to do with it. All their shipping issues were happening way before all this happened. So. Shout out to all the people that are out there still delivering packages and everything else.
Yeah, nothing personal towards you guys.
No, nothing at all.
We understand that packages will be delayed because of coronavirus is out there. Essential stuff has to take priority. We get all that, and we're not knocking that at all. Totally understand.
Right, but I think this, like you said, this issue goes past that. I mean, we're talking about the United States Postal Service that has been in financial turmoil for years. That's had to been bailed out by the government before. It's got one of the highest overheads out there. You got UPS and you got FedEx that are creating competition for these people, and they're beating the hell out of them. You know, the only place they don't have them on is price, and that's why people keep on going back to the Postal Service. But damn, they got to step it up, or a whole lot of people are going to be out of a job, and a whole lot of people are going to be having pension problems.
Yeah. You know who else is beating the crap out of all of them? DHL. Gotta love that DHL.
DHL's killing it.
Yeah, nobody even says anything about DHL.
No, you never hear anyone talk about DHL.
Amazon's gonna be dropping shit on your house with drones and shit. Oh, watch out for that. Falling toaster gonna fall out the goddamn sky. In the head.
I just want to ship a dildo on Amazon to somebody just to see if that thing gets delivered to fuck with people.
Hey, they do have a program where you can send like a chocolate body part and some jelly, with some gummy bear stuff. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Mike's like, talk to me about this.
What else? What else have you gotten from the site?
Shout out to the Breakfast Club, man. They play pranks on people apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was, right?
Yeah. But what was it? We were talking about this the other day. I'm going to share this article. It was the Japan Post, where they kind of basically talked about how they're not going to be shipping to the United States and everything. Did you guys see about any of that at all?
I did, and it made me grateful that Amazon Japan uses DHL because I don't have to get caught up in Japan Post. But I do feel bad for all the people who get stuff from some of the retailers that are over there who use Japan Post. Yeah. I know you're big on that stuff, Lowry, and a couple other people as well. So I mean, it sucks. I get it though. I get it. They're really trying to make sure that they don't get people sick.
And it's basically the reason why they were saying, and per this from Japan Post, it's because all the flights coming into the U.S. are limited, and they're pretty much limiting everything on it. So like EMS, parcel post, letters, SAL, stuff like that, all's been basically suspended for the time being until otherwise noted. Like, in fact, what was it? Show Z and some of the other TF Direct and some of the other sites are even showing on their website saying, look, you can get this package, but you're going to pay a premium because like ain't nothing shipping right now. What was it, Mike? We were talking about that the other night, where it was like an extra $20 or so just to try to get something.
Yeah, there was, and that's I want to be clear on this. That's just not because of. I mean, it is a symptom of, if you will, the pandemic that's going on. But the point of this having problems is, I believe it's because of overflow and because of transportation and logistics issue. This isn't because people are worried about being sick, because once it's been in a package for a certain amount of time, I think it's less than 24 hours
anyway.
Anyway. No one's getting sick from the mail. I don't want anybody to think that you're going to go out and open up a package. As long as you spray the outside with Lysol, you're good. Whatever's in there, don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
The inside is you definitely don't have to worry about it. I spray all my packages on the outside. The inside, you don't have to worry about it. My bad. I thought that was it. Like part of it. I thought that's what was in that article, but I could have definitely overlooked that. My bad, guys.
No, you're all good, dude.
No, it's all good, man. Just
But yeah, we're at an hour 50 right now, so just let you guys know.
Wow, the time flies when you're talking about nothing with friends, huh?
I wouldn't say nothing. This is good stuff.
There's some good stuff this week, man.
The best stuff is the inconsequential stuff sometimes, man. That's the best
and
stuff.
Shout out to our man, Wolf, who couldn't be there this week, man. Can't wait to see you back. Yeah, man. Can't wait to get some of his input on some of this stuff. Maybe we'll reiterate back later on or something like that to try to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap, man. Let's go ahead and do some around the. Oh, sorry. What you got,
actually, I just want to mention one thing real quick. Wolfenstein's not here, but since Wells showed off his great looking diorama, and by the way, I saw the picture of you picking it up. You look real good dressed up like that. It's cute. Anyway,
where did he show that? I know he's going to send that to somebody.
Oh yeah, he sent it around. So anyway, Prime's also working on a dial right now for Wolf, and we saw a prototype, and we've seen a couple things he's got in mind, and that is looking really good too. Dude. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks when that comes out and Wolf's back, he'll share that with us because Prime's been putting out some work, man.
Yeah, man. He said he's got a lot of people like hitting him up and stuff right now. I was like, do your thing, brother.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. He's been doing dials for a while. He's been doing them for a while, so it's good that he's putting it to good use.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. True that. All right. Anybody got anything else before we get ready to wrap?
Good to go.
All right, man. Well, let's start with E. Wells, man. What you got for the week? Any shout outs? And let's go ahead and close it out.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I've been shouting out EE. Shout out to him as well, for the diode, and for the Mezco figure. Also want to shout out my brother real quick. Shout out to my bro. He had the COVID virus for a while. He's in the hospital for 2 weeks. He beat it. He's out right now doing some physical therapy to get his strength back, and he's overcoming that right now. And he's one of the most important is that he's alive and he's breathing, and he made it through it.
Shout out to him, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey. So big shout out to my brother real quick.
Yeah, man.
And shout out for you, man. You know, just not knowing too much about you and just kind of seeing where you've been available and what you haven't been available. Like, you're very family oriented. You take care of your own. Shows a lot about your character, man. So shout out to you for that, bro.
Thank you,
man.
Bro.
Glad to have you on. You know, glad to, dude, just all you guys, you know.
Yeah, family's important, man. That's, you know, family always comes first. So just make sure you take care of your family.
How we
if anybody, if anyone sends any hate mail or want to hit me up or anything, you
can find New York Mike.
Shannon Tweed, please send email to
NewYorkMike@gmail.com.
Yeah, just address it to Shannon Tweed, and I'll take care of it for you.
For real. Someone's gonna put that in the chat. Shannon Tweed's gonna come up in the chat. I know it.
Oh yeah,
you know it.
That's your new name in the MPS.
I know, right? It's coming. It's coming.
Let me take care of that right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Jesus Christ! Y'all waste no time.
They're not gonna get it yet. They're gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
Right. Facts.
Yeah, but no, that's all my quick shout outs, man. You know, to like I said, hit me up at the Riddler Circle on Instagram. You can find me Ian Wellington on Facebook. You know, just send me up if anybody wants to talk or chat or want to sell me something or whatever the scenario is. But I hope everyone's having a great weekend. That's it for me.
Good stuff. New York Mike.
Hold on, I'm spelling Shannon Tweed. Hold on.
You didn't already have that saved in your phone? I'm pretty sure.
You know he did. It's in his browser history.
I don't know if I spelled it right, but we'll find out.
Just type in Night Eyes. It'll come up.
Oh, shit. So, I don't know, man. Shout out to everybody. I just want to say that I feel like I say the same thing every week, but I think the meetups have been going great. I've been having a great time.
Yep.
We're gonna have definitely have a good meetup this weekend. We got at least one UCS Lego set going. We got a Technic. We got another Technic set going.
I should be here by then. So
yeah, okay. So you guys are gonna build the same thing. That's gonna be cute. You're gonna wear the same shirt, the same hat, and everything. You should do that. You guys could be like twins.
We're brothers.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Fuck, I don't know. Somebody else go. I can't follow.
Damn, you trying to make me follow that shit? Oh man. Man, I kind of feel like we're like an Oreo right now. You're putting Mike and I between the two of you guys.
Double stuff.
Oh,
I got
double stuff right now.
There we go. Right.
Yeah. Oh man. My name's. You can find me on the Facebook groups.
In the middle, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
In the middle.
Oh man. Yeah, you guys can find me as Jason Lowry in the Facebook groups. You can find me on the Realm Facebook page as Jason Lowry. Instagram, pretty much the same everywhere else. You know, you can find me, you know, with Mike and the rest of the guys. You know, we come up on the Saturday night meetups. You'll probably see me doing a Gundam or someone custom or something like that. And, you know, with you guys every Thursday, you know, being on here with you guys. Appreciate all this, everything that everybody's been doing, you know, especially during all this craziness.
Yeah, man.
And that's about it. What about you, Eric B?
Yo, you can find me, Eric B, in your Facebook groups, Eric and Siobhan Burgess on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram, Mr._EW82. You can also find me here with these lovely guys every Thursday for your listening and viewer.
All this lovely guys. You hear that? He said lovely.
But then you can also catch me. I got a segment going on our YouTube page. It is called The Meat Sweats with Eric B, where I do some cooking videos where you can get the recipes, the instructions on how to make certain things. First episode was me smoking some chicken and doing some sides there, but then I also did a Cinco de Mayo cook where I made some steak fajitas from scratch and a couple other things there.
Yeah, man, you saw Eric sweating and handling his meat.
I mean, chicken smoker. We called that
really
something
good.
else smoker back in the day. I don't know.
Yeah, but those are fun. Not the easiest to do all the time, but they are definitely fun. So I will continue to do them as much as you guys want to see them. I got one in the clip right now. So yeah, that'll come up next month. So the plan is to do them like once a month, so we don't oversaturate you guys. Give you something though.
Nice.
And then also you can find me and the wife on Facebook, Twitter under Kennedy's Village, at Kennedy's Village, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between sickle cell research and care. And especially during these times, guys, it's very important to make sure that you stay hydrated, stay connected. Also, make sure you're taking your meds. But yeah, all that stuff there. This stuff is no joke outside, and it has been hitting our community just a little harder than those who have underlying issues. So yeah, we're praying for you guys out there. So stay in touch, stay safe. And with that, guys, the nerds have spoken. We out of here. Peace.
Deuces.
Catch you guys later.